guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nisha if you're new here, and in today's video we are going to be trying out a whole bunch of Charlotte Tilbury products. So Charlotte Tilbury is a pretty higher end brand, but you know me, I always wait for a sale. They were having a sale recently where they were having 30, 40 and 50% off. Usually what Charlotte does in her sales is she doesn't just say 30% off the entire website or anything like that. She puts it into little bundles, and then with those bundles she discounts it. So you have to pick and choose the bundles, which ones are going to work for you and which products that you want. It's a little annoying, but you end up getting some interesting things that you wouldn't have thought to buy before. So I do have a lot of interesting goodies in here, a lot of new things to me. A lot of the things that I'm trying out I also bought at Sephora during the VIB sale, I want to say last fall, and some things I got in the Charlotte Tilbury sale either earlier this year or late last year. So I have almost a full face of Charlotte Tilbury here. As you can see, this is the look that we came up with. Very Hollywood natural skin-like look. And also we tried out a TikTok hack. I'm sure you've been seeing it going around. People are using a spoon to do their cut crease, and as you can see, this is how it turned out. But you can watch the video and see how I did it. Did it work? Did I have to finesse it? You're gonna have to watch and see. But you know me, I love these TikTok hacks. I love trying them out and letting you know if they actually work or if they're full of BS, because we know a lot of those people on TikTok are. But anyway, if you want to see me do almost a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, very bougie makeup, I did fill it in with some things that I didn't have. They were also very bougie, and we came up with this beautiful natural Hollywood inspired look. Please keep on watching. Alright, so as usual, we're going to start off with the eyes. I didn't have any new eyebrow products from Charlotte Tilbury, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows. So let's get into the eyeshadow. Okay, so the palette we're going to use is this Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look. So this is what the packaging looks like. Classic Charlotte Tilbury. And then these are the colors on the inside. Very nice neutral leaning pink, and it comes with this little plastic thingy that tells you the numbers of all the colors and like what they're used for. It's like 1 to prime, 2 to enhance, 3 to smoke, etc. So the way they have it set up is that these 3 are for the day eye, and these 3 are for the night eye. Now this obviously looks a lot more washed out on camera than it actually is. It's a little bit deeper, just a little bit, not that much. I'm pretty much going to use all these colors. I also got this one. It is the Pillow Talk Luxury Palette of Pops. Essentially this one is a quad of shimmers. So again, classic Charlotte Tilbury packaging, and it's really just a quad of shimmers. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or if I'm just going to stick with the shimmers that are in this palette, but this is the palette that we're going to use today. So what we're also going to do, you guys know I love my TikTok hacks, so we're going to do a cut crease with a spoon. So I'm sure you guys have seen it where people are using a spoon to do like a cut crease. So we're going to try that, and we're going to try it with these Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows. So let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to go right in with the deepest color first. I'm going to go right in with this color on a small blending brush. It's pretty pigmented, nice amount of color. Now I'm going to place the spoon on my eye and try to put it in a way where the cut crease would go. So right about here. And then now I'm just going to start packing on that color. The cut crease is not going to go all the way across either. It's going to be kind of like a half cut crease, because then we're also going to do a smoked out liner with the spoon. First of all, my contacts. Second of all, it does make like a really sharp line. You just have to be really careful with where you're placing the spoon to get the look that you're looking for. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the line. So for the liner, we're going to line the spoon up right at the edge where we would do like a liner. And then now we're just going to smoke that out. Now when you move the spoon, you have like a perfect straight line. Now let's be honest. Is this necessary? No. You can just do a cut crease the regular way. But is it fun? Yes. And now I'm going to do the other eye with just dark color. So I'm going to figure this out since I'm a right-hander. And pray to God that we do this even. If not, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. See, and yep, we got it. Perfect crease that you don't have to actually go in and clean up. So if that part for you is pretty tedious, then this is a good thing to do. Or if you just like to do nonsense like I do, you can do it as well. Okay, and now we got the sharp line over there. I think I came too far over on this one. So yeah, there's more of an open space over here than there's over here, which I did want a more of an open space. I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to use the brush that I did my primer with. Kind of erase my mistakes. Now I think the rest of the eye, you're not going to use a spoon. You're on your own now. So I'm going to use this small bullet brush, and I'm going to go into the second darkest color. And now we're just going to blend right above that darkest brown. These shadows are actually pretty pigmented. They're coming off a lot darker and much more pigmented than what I'm seeing in the pan. So that's good. So we're just going to use that color to blend out the darkest color. And then we're also going to use it to blend out the liner and come a little bit more onto the lid. And blend that out on the top of the liner. We're not going below because we want to keep that sharp line. But just be honest, if you mess it up, you can just clean it up with your concealer later. For the liner part, I did something very similar on my Instagram already, where I used a card, kind of like right along the side of my eye, and used it to do like a smoky liner. So, you know, same concept. I like how this eye is coming out better. And now I'm going to take a big blending brush, and we're going to go into the lightest matte color and blend everything out. Okay, now that we have those blended out, I'm actually going to go onto the lid with this mid-tone goldy color. I'm just going to take it on my finger like I normally do. It's nice and creamy. And we're just going to put this right on the lid. We don't want this to be too pigmented because we're kind of just tapping it on. I think I'm going to go over it with one of the shimmery colors from the other palette. But this is pretty much going to be the base, and we're going to tap it all the way up to that cut crease line. Okay, and that's pretty much it for, I'm going to stop right here with the eyes. I'm going to, wait, are we going to do liner? Do I have a liner? I think I have a liner. Hold on. Okay, so in one of the sets that I got this liner, which is the Rock and Coal liner. Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil, and it's in the color Bedroom Black. She definitely goes all out with her themes. So of course it's a beautiful classic Charlotte Tilbury packaging. It's black, of course. It's just like, you know, a pencil liner. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and smudge it along my lash line. And then I'm going to go back in with a tiny brush and smudge it out. I'm not going to wing it out. I'm just going to go right around the lash line and then smoke it out. It's a very thick formula, not super creamy. It's moving nicely along the eyes. So let's see, just going to smudge it out with this flat brush. First I'm going to smudge it out just by itself. Then I'm going to go over it a little bit of the brown shadow. Okay, so you see we end up with just like a sort of smoky, smudgy liner. I didn't want it to be like too black, since we're going with some nice light brown eyeshadow. The hack worked out. It worked out. It gives me like a nice soft cut crease. I think if I use like more colorful, deeper shadows, it'll be a little bit more pronounced. But you know, it gives you a nice cut crease, and it was, you saw how quick that was. It was really easy. So if you have a hard time doing a cut crease, that might be a good technique for you to use. So I do not have any Charlotte Tilbury lashes. I don't even know if she makes lashes. So I don't know if she makes lashes, but I don't have any lashes, any of her lashes. So I'm just gonna throw on a pair of lashes, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the lashes are on. These are Kiss lashes. They're either teddy or corset. I can't remember which, but I will link whichever one it is down below. And a side note, a company sent me a lash lifting kit and I tried it out. It's on my Instagram. I did a little bit of a demo, and so my lashes are like a little bit more curled up than they normally are. So that was pretty interesting, getting the lashes on, because it's almost like if I curled my lashes, but it actually worked. I was surprised that it did. I did one eyelash turned out better than the other, but it actually worked. So I'm going to try it again in 8 weeks and I'll let you guys know how it goes again. In the meanwhile, the lashes are on and let's move on to the face. So I don't have any primers with Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm just quickly going to prime my skin with what I've been using lately. This is a primer serum from Wet n Wild, the new Wild Crush collection. This is the Passion Session primer serum. I like having a nice moisturizing serum as a base on my skin. A nice barrier, keeps my skin moisturized with all the makeup on top of it. So this is what it looks like. It's part of their new Wild Crush collection. This is the Passion Session primer serum. It smells so good. It smells so nice and fruity, feels nice and moisturizing on the skin, and it leaves it a tiny bit sticky so it can hold on to the foundation. And then in my T-zone, I'm going to be using my tried and true e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the original one. I didn't really like the matte one all that much. I felt like it was balling up and I didn't think that it made much of a difference. And I also have the acne one, but I haven't tried it. You'll see me talk about it in my haul. The haul is already up. I'll link it. If it's not up, it's coming next. I'm not sure if this one is going to go up before the haul. But anyway, yeah, so this is my e.l.f. Putty Primer. I always put that right in my T-zone to help with the pores. Now onto the skin. So first off, I have a smaller size, sample size, deluxe size of the Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow. And I have it in the color 6.5 Deep. I got this like a while back from Sephora. I honestly don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a primer, if it's just like some sort of base. It's not a foundation. It's supposed to just give your skin some sort of a glow. So we're gonna put that on. What is that? What is that? Cardi B. So we're just gonna put that on underneath the foundation. Literally anybody that talks about this, they just say it makes your skin looks nice. But is it a foundation? Is it a highlighter? What is it? Nobody knows. But anyway, it's supposed to make your skin look really nice. So we're just going to put that on underneath the foundation. I think I'm going to buff it out with a brush. Oh man, it's starting to storm outside. I hope my husband and the girls are okay, because he is not a fan of driving in the rain. It feels almost like a tinted moisturizer type of situation. It gives a tiny bit of coverage, like a tiny bit, like very, very light coverage. And it does give the skin a beautiful glow. As you can see, this color matches nicely with my skin tone. I'm just going to pounce it in with the brush. So I guess if you want to have a nice glowy base underneath your skin, a nice glowy base underneath your foundation. But also, I think if you have dry skin and you want to just wear this, like just wear this out, it really does give a beautiful glow. I don't know how it's gonna last or sit on oily skin, but the glow is beautiful. And it's just a tiny bit of coverage, Anyway, for foundation, I am finally going to try. I've had this for so long. It is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and night in the color 10 Cool. So I'm gonna pump some out in the back, on the back of my hand as usual. It's not too thick. It's a little bit runny. See, it's running. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all know I'm horrible at picking my foundation color out online. So, just going to go in with the sponge. It's not too bad. It's workable. If you hear that thunder, it's just been storming the past couple of days. Last night the lightning was so crazy. I literally thought the sky was on fire. Anyway, this is clearly a little bit too light for me. Good undertone, but too light. It's too late for me to exchange it now because I've had it for so long and still didn't use it. I look a little crazy, I know. But we'll blend this out. I think I might go back in with the brush. Alright, so I'm just going to pounce it in with the brush. I'm just going to give a better blend because that sponge is an Isaac Mizrahi sponge that I got at Marshall's, and I feel like it's leaving pounce marks on my skin. This brush, this is a Real Techniques buffing brush, is doing a great job. So it's obviously going to do a better job like around my eyebrows and my hairline. So that works. Okay, so this is it all blended in. Honestly, it looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. Seems like it's giving a little bit of a white cast, but don't worry, we'll fix all of that. We'll fix all of that. But in terms of the actual foundation and the formula, it looks really nice on the skin. Nice, glowy. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be slipping and sliding all around my face. It's not setting all the way down for sure, but it doesn't feel like it's slipping and sliding all the way. I think once we give it a minute and it dries all the way down, it will sit a lot better. Oh my gosh, I totally just realized that I forgot I had this color corrector. Should have done this before the foundation. It's a pretty bright orange looking color corrector. It doesn't have what the name on it, but I know basically it's a color corrector, and this is called Tan, although it's pretty orange. And obviously I'm supposed to put it on before my foundation and I forgot. But I wonder if you can use this as a cream blush. You might. It's a beautiful orange color. But no, I will use it as a color corrector another time. Okay, the next thing I'm going to try out is the Hollywood Contour Wand. The Easy Contour. And I have the color Medium Deep. So I know this usually is sold out on her site, so I was so excited when I got this. I basically got this and the Beauty Wand Light, the Easy Highlighter in Spotlight. This was a duo, so I got both of them. A lot of people rave about this. It has that little spongy tip on it, and you're supposed to just squeeze it up. Yeah, squeeze. Squeeze. Oh wait, you gotta unlock it first. And then you squeeze. And then the product comes up on top of the sponge. And then a lot of people just dot it on. It's a really nice color for me. Seems to be very liquidy, but I like the whole dotting situation. I'm gonna do some on my nose as well. I hope I don't forget to close it because that seems like it's going to be a mess. And then again, I'm actually gonna go back with the same brush and I'm just gonna blend that out. See, when it blends out, it blends really nicely. It leaves a good color. It's not too dark, but it's just giving me a nice warmth and definition. I'm surprised at how light it blends out. Okay, not quite sure where my camera cut off, but as I was saying, this blended out really, really nicely. It seems to have the same sort of texture as the Flawless filter. Very, very lightweight. And let me just do the nose. It gives some definition and warmth without being like too overpowering. Yeah, look at that. That blended out really nice. Now let me tell you, these Charlotte Tilbury products are not cheap, right? So you better hope that they work as nice as their price tags indicate. Okay, so that was a pretty nice blend. I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury concealer, do I? No. So I'm just gonna throw on some concealer. Okay, so the next thing I want to try out is the Beauty Light wand, which is essentially a highlighter. I'm not sure if you can put this on over powder or if it has to be under powder. So we're going to try it under powder first, and then we'll try it over. Again, you just squeeze it up. And if I remember correctly, this one is like a rose goldy. Ooh, it's beautiful. Sort of a rose goldy color. So I don't know if I should use the sponge or my hand. I think it'll be better if I use my fingers. I think this might actually work over powder. It's very, very lightweight. Really pretty. Not the see me from space type of a highlight. There's a nice sort of glow. So this is another glow from within type of product. So if you like that type of look, I mean, she's all about the superstar, supermodel glow. So, you know, they don't like to do their makeup too very over the top. It's very natural-ish. I mean, it takes a lot of work for it to look natural, but for the most part, it's natural. Okay, so that it does give like a really nice glow. It looks basically like I'm glowing, like I'm sweating, which is good. It's good. I'm okay with it. For powder, last year when I got the foundation set, it included the powder. It is the Magic Powder, under eyes and face, and I have the color Fair Medium. Okay, so it has like the little holes on one side and then the stopper in case you want to stop it from spilling. I'm just going to knock some out into the cap. And then I'm just going to take the sponge and set directly under the eye. And you can see that literally blended straight in, like you can't see anything. It set my under eye and disappeared. That's really pretty. Sinking right into the skin with the damp sponge. I also like to set around my mouth because I also crease here and my makeup disappears in this area. I think it's mostly because I talk too much. And I only use like a tiny bit of powder. All the powder that I knocked out I didn't even use, and everywhere that I need to set is set. You still see like the glow of the wand because I didn't really go over it with any of the powder. Now to set the rest of my face, we're going to go in with the iconic Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. This is the powder that everybody raves about, so I'm just going to dip into here with a nice fluffy brush and just go over, really lightly set the rest of my face. I've used this powder before. I do like this powder. It gives you a nice, a beautiful sort of skin-like finish. To me, it doesn't mattify the skin, which I'm not mad at all. I don't want my skin to look super matte. I'm not into that super matte look anymore. You know, with age you realize that, you know, a nice skin-like glow is what you need. And this gives you just that, because look, even though I went over it with the powder, you still see the glow from the light wand. And with the powder that I used to set, there's really nothing to dust away. So that's it. That's pretty much done. For bronzer, I do not have a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but still we're being real bougie. I'm going to use my Gucci bronzer. This is the bronzing powder in the color number 4. This is the color, and this is what it looks like. I love the embossing on the powder. So I'm just gonna grab a bronzer brush, load it up, and give me some color. That is beautiful. Just that nice warm color that it gives. I love this bronzer. And you know things are bougie when it smells like perfume. This smells like perfume. I don't know if that's a good thing if you have sensitive skin. I don't know if that's a good thing. It smells nice, don't get me wrong, but you know, I don't think you want your makeup products to smell like perfume. For blush, we have the very beautiful Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic Intense Swish and Glow Blush, Swish and Go Blusher. Our stuff always has the longest names. So, has like the little shimmery part on the inside. I'm just going to swirl it around so we can get both the colors and tap it onto the cheeks. So this is sort of a mauvey rosy, her favorite color. This sort of rosy mauve, she's obsessed with it. And what I like about it is when you swirl it around and you get into the shimmery part in the middle, it's on top of the glow, it's almost giving me a highlighted effect without me having highlight. I'm actually not going to do highlight. I'm going to leave it like this. I think what I am going to do is I'm just going to jump into the middle right here, the shimmery part, and just hit like the high points to give it a little extra glow. It's not a lot, it's like not too shimmery, but it gives you a little extra something. Since I don't have like a full-on highlight, just the light wand. Now I'm going to take a powder brush and just dust over everything. Make sure everything is blended, like I always do. And to set, we're going to use one of my favorite things, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. Love this setting spray. What I love about the setting spray is that it gives you that beautiful, it definitely gets rid of all the powderiness, not that there was a lot before, but it gives you a really beautiful skin-like glow. Like just looks like skin. And this lasts. Alright, so we're going to finish up the eyes, nothing too fancy. I'm just going to go over the two darkest colors on the lower lash line. And I'm going to use this light champagne-y color in the inner corner and the brow bone. Okay, so finally I went ahead and did some mascara. I put some of the cold liner in my waterline, and now we're going to move on to the lips. So I have a couple things for lips. Last time in the sale I got this set. It is the lip cheat in Super Size Me and the lipstick in Sunset Lover. It's a nice sort of pinky peachy nude. And in one of the sets that I got this time, I got the Superstar Lips Glossy Starlit Lip Looks in Pillow Talk. Obsessed with the Pillow Talk. So this is like a glossy lipstick. It's a little bit deeper. So now the lip cheat that I have is, ooh, I gotta, is a nice sort of mauvey pink. It goes perfectly with the lipstick. It might go well with the glossy lip. I think I want to go with the glossy lip. So I have to sharpen this. It's a mess. So I'm going to go ahead with the lip cheat and then go over top with the Pillow Talk glossy lip. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the lip liner, or lip cheat as they call it. So the color essentially is a little bit lighter than my actual lip color, but it's so pigmented, it's covering really nicely, so I don't mind it. And now we're going to go in with the Pillow Talk. This is like a glossy lipstick. This actually looks pretty nice. A little bit pinky. I know the eyes are a little bit more neutral, but it turned out really nice. Y'all, I forgot something else. So I forgot I also got this Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight in Medium Deep. Besides the fact I almost broke a nail opening it, but it's a really, really beautiful compact. And then inside we have the highlight and the contour. Again, looks washed out on camera, but it's deep enough for my skin tone. I know I really shouldn't do this, but I really want to try it out. So I'm just going to grab just a little brush and go into the contour and see. Just give myself a little definition right here. It does give you a nice little hollow without being too overpowering. It's not an overpowering color, but it has that gray undertone to it where it looks like a shadow, as contour is supposed to. I don't really do a lot of contouring anymore, but this is nice and light. I'm going to do my nose as well. This is nice and light where it doesn't feel like you're doing too much. Okay. And then I don't think, this is not going to be too bright of a highlight. It's a nice rose goldy color. And we're going to hit the tops. Gives a nice natural sort of glow. Yeah. Again, nice and natural. We're going for a superstar, supermodel glow. And here I was thinking I didn't have a highlight. Alright, so this look is done. I think I've used everything. I've talked about everything. So let me go zhuzh up a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to undo my hair and like do the whole twist out because the kids are going to be home in like 5 minutes. And I need to wrap this up. So I'll be right back. Let me just fix all of this. Okay, I'm back. So I put on a cute little shirt. Put my hair up. I didn't really do much. Just put a headband on, some earrings. Just wanted to finish up the look. Just wanted the look to look a little bit more finished. But here is the finished look. Pretty much a full face of Charlotte Tilbury bougie makeup. Let me know, what do you think down in the comments. I am absolutely loving it. My skin looks really nice, skin-like. Nothing's too harsh. Nice, like they say, superstar look. The spoon hack really did work. It gave me like a nice easy cut crease. I don't know, maybe I'll try it again to do like a full cut crease a little bit further across. Nice sort of sharp liner. It really did work. It's a really quick and easy cut crease if you find it hard to like do the eyeshadow and then go in with the concealer. It really was quick and easy and really did a really good job. And in terms of the products that I use, the eyeshadows were really nice. I'm surprised at how pigmented they were. Very smooth, very blendable. And I think the aesthetic of all this type of makeup is very, like she said, very superstar, very Hollywood. It's not very deep, vibrant, colorful, very neutral, very red carpet, very natural, neutral type of look. That's exactly what I got, is a little bit glam with the cut crease and the smoky liner. Really love how that turned out. The cheek products, the foundation, even though it started off looking a little bit too light, everything has settled in really nicely. The powders, love the powders. That translucent powder, love it, love it, love it. Love how beautiful my under eyes look. Love how nice and easy it set the under eyes. It set the under eyes and how it just melted into the skin. My concealer, there's no creasing, gives a nice bit of coverage. The lip products, love that lip cheat, very pigmented, very smooth and creamy. Covered up the pigmentation of my lips so I can wear like a color like this without having to go in with a darker lip liner. The glossy lip in Pillow Talk, of course, it's her signature mauve pink color. Very comfortable, gives a nice shiny look. Loved that contour wand. It was so nice and lightweight, blended out beautifully, gave me a nice bit of warmth on my skin. I think that color was perfect for me. The highlighter wand, very nice. I'm going to try it again and try to do it on top of the powder and see if it lifts the makeup up and if it gives me a little bit more of a highlighted look if I'm in the need for highlights. I didn't use the little quad of shadows. I'll probably use this another time. This cute little quad with these 4 shimmery shadows. I'll probably try that out another time. So mad that I almost forgot the contour, but I really like this contour. It looks light, but because of the gray undertone, it gives a nice soft contouring. This highlight is really, really pretty. Again, nice, soft, subtle, not see me from space. If you're into that, this is really good for like an everyday sort of look. Again, the Hollywood, you know, natural but not natural look. The other thing is I'm mad that I didn't get to use the color corrector. It looks like a nice bright orange. I want to see like how well it will help to cover up my hyperpigmentation or some of the acne scars that I have going on. I'm definitely going to try this again. I'll probably check back with you. The eyeliner, the Kohl, very nice black. I don't know, I'm going to see how long it's going to last, but it seems like it really stays in the waterline right now, and I love how it smudged out on the top lash line. It looked really nice and it blended out really nice when I went over it with the brush. The very famous Hollywood filter. Now it really looked nice on the skin like by itself. If you have dry skin and you put this on and you just wear it by itself, it looked really beautiful. For me, I look like my normal oily self, but it gave a tiny bit of coverage and a really beautiful sort of healthy glow. So I guess this is good on its own. It's good underneath foundation. I do have that beautiful skin-like healthy glow. I love how everything just like matches in just perfectly right now. Everything just goes really nice. Everything looks really flawless. Okay, the foundation gave a nice beautiful skin-like finish. Really like the formula. It didn't dry all the way down, but it dried down to, I would say, a satin matte type of finish. Wasn't glowy, definitely wasn't moving around, but it did dry down a little bit. The setting spray is actually one of my favorites. I've used this before. I really like how it sets the skin, leaves it with a nice skin-like glow as well. Doesn't make you look shiny or glowy. It really just looks like your skin is perfect, which we know mine is not. But I love the spray too. It has a really nice smell. This is a really good setting spray. And what convinced me to buy this is when I saw the demo of the girl put the makeup on her hand and sprayed it and then went over the eyeshadow and it did not budge. I was like, yes, I'm definitely going to get this. And so far, I feel like it really does a good job of setting my makeup. Okay, and I think that was everything that I used. Like I said, so far everything, I didn't have any complaints about any of the products. Everything worked. As for the whole spoon hack, we know it's a gimmick, but it actually does work. You know, you just got to make sure you hold the spoon in the right angle so that it flatters your eye. You got to make sure and understand like where you're holding the spoon, but it does work. And I also suggest using a small spoon. Okay, and then you have to make sure it's even on the other side. But then that's the problem that you have with you know, cutting your crease with a concealer anyway. So it just takes practice like anything else, but it's actually a really quick and easy way to do a cut crease. I can't believe it actually worked. But that's about everything. That's everything I used today, and that's my opinion on all of these Charlotte Tilbury products. They are a little bit on the pricier side, but you can tell the difference in the quality and the packaging, and I really did enjoy using them today. So if you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed all these products that I tried out, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.